The savanna burns under noon's glare, the stream a rare lifeline in its parched expanse.
Deer gather at the stream, their cautious sips a mirror to the savannah's fragile peace.
He approaches the stream, its gleam a promise of life in the savanna's scorching heat. From his shadow, he sees the deer, their wary eyes reflecting the savanna's constant danger. He kneels by the stream, wary of the deer, seeking water in the savanna's brutal noon. His hands scoop the stream's cool gift, each drop a relief in the savanna's searing heat. His cracked lips devour the water, a desperate act to quench the savanna's endless thirst. He drinks in haste, his breath ragged, stealing life from the savanna's fleeting stream. He drinks beside the deer, their shared need a fragile truce in the savanna's harsh light. His eyes lock with the deer's, tension binding them in the savanna's fleeting calm. Water falls from both man and beast, a shared moment in the savanna's burning noon. The stream holds a brief peace, man and deer bound by thirst in the savanna's glare. Ripples break the stream's calm, a hidden threat stirring in the savanna's deadly waters. He senses danger in the stream's stir, his spear ready for the savanna unseen foe. Bubbles betray the stream's secret, a predator lurking beneath the savanna's bright surface. His heart races as the water stirs, the savanna's hidden jaws threatening his life. The crocodile erupts from the stream, its jaws a sudden death in the savanna's heat.
The crocodile's teeth miss by inches, his spear striking air in the savanna's deadly dance.
Jaws loom in his vision, the crocodiles strike a heartbeat from ending his life. Deer flee in chaos as he escapes, the savanna's stream now a battlefield of survival. He flees the stream's jaws, his heart pounding in the savanna's relentless midday heat. Mud clings to his feet, each slip a risk as he flees the savanna's aquatic predator. The crocodile sinks back, its threat fading, leaving him shaken in the savanna's glare. He stands trembling, spear in hand, the savanna's stream a reminder of death's nearness. A berry bush offers respite, its red fruit a rare gift in the savanna's parched expanse. He eyes the berries, their promise of strength a balm for the savanna's brutal trials. He plucks the fruit, its sweetness a fleeting relief in the savanna's scorching noon. The berry's juice stains his hand, a small victory over the savanna's relentless hunger. The berry's burst fills his mouth, a rare sweetness in the savanna's unforgiving heat. He savors the fruital's taste, a moment of ease in the savanna's relentless struggle. He gathers berries with haste, their juice a lifeline in the savanna's burning noon. He rests by the bush, its fruit restoring strength in the savanna's unrelenting heat. He feeds in the bush's shade, a green haven in the savanna's vast, scorching plain. The bush stands as an oasis, its fruit sustaining him in the savanna's parched heart. He drives the vultures off, his spear claiming the savanna's spoils from their greedy beaks. Vultures scatter in a storm of wings, his presence claiming the savanna's decayed prize. The zebra's torn flesh yields to his hands, a grim harvest from the savanna's dead. He pulls meat from the carcass, its weight a hard-won gain in the savanna's dusk. His face twists at the rot, but hunger binds him to the savanna's grim offering. He rises with his prize, ever watchful for the savanna's scavengers circling near. He leaves the carcass, meat in hand, striding through the savanna's vulture-haunted dusk. He moves through the dusk, meat and spear in hand, a survivor in the savanna's vastness.
Sweat falls as he presses on, the savanna's heat clinging to his burdened steps.
His hands shake with the meat's weight, a precious burden in the savanna's fading light. The sunset paints the savanna red, guiding his wary steps with his hard-won prize.
Dust rises with each step, marking his path through the savanna's endless, fiery dusk.
He glances back, ever wary, his spear and meat his only allies in the savanna's dusk.
His weary eyes burn with resolve, pushing forward in the savanna's relentless twilight.
His shadow stretches long, a lone figure carved by the savanna's fading, fiery light. He secures the meat, its stench a promise of survival in the savanna's darkening dusk. He vanishes into the grass, his steps steady in the savanna's deepening, perilous night. His spear catches the dusk's glow, a lifeline carried through the savanna's shadowed wild. He strides into the savanna's vast night, a solitary hunter trailing dust in the twilight's grip. Dark clouds choke the savanna's dusk, heralding a storm to test the hunter's will. He hastens through the grass, the storm's threat urging him toward the savanna's shelter. Wind tears at his hair, dust and sweat mixing as the savanna's storm looms closer. Lightning sparks in his gaze, the savanna's fury mirrored in his wary, resolute eyes. Lightning tears the sky, its fury framing his small refuge in the savanna's wild night.
The storm batters the savanna, its winds clawing at his rocky shelter's fragile edge.
He grips his spear, heart racing, guarding his haven in the savanna's stormy wrath. Lightning reveals his small refuge, a lone spark of life in the savanna's stormy dark. Rain lashes the savanna, but he gathers wood to spark life in the storm's cold grip. He builds a fire's hope, each stick a defiance of the savanna's soaking storm. His hands summon fire, sparks fighting the rain's chill in the savanna's dark refuge. A spark dies in the damp, testing his will to bring light to the savanna's storm.
Rain and sweat blur his vision, yet he fights for fire in the savanna's wet dark.
He breathes life into the embers, coaxing fire to defy the savanna's relentless rain. The fire's glow fights the rain, casting light on his refuge in the savanna's storm. He guards the fragile flame, his hands a barrier against the savanna's soaking fury. His eyes lock on the fire, its survival his only hope in the savanna's stormy night. The fire burns small but fierce, a lone light in the savanna's rain-drenched darkness.
Rain drowns the savanna, his fire a fragile beacon in the storm's unyielding grip.
He huddles by the fire, its warmth his shield against the savanna's cold, wet night. He drinks the storm's gift, its cold water a lifeline in the savanna's dark deluge. Water soothes his cracked lips, a fleeting relief in the savanna's relentless storm. He feeds the fire, its crackle a defiance of the savanna's rain-soaked, howling night. His gaze pierces the storm, wary of threats lurking in the savanna's rain-swept dark. Lightning paints the savanna's chaos, his fire a lone stand against the storm's fury. The storm rages, but his fire holds, a small refuge in the savanna's violent night. Hyenas' laughter cuts the storm, their eyes a new threat in the savanna's dark. Red eyes circle in the rain, hyenas drawn to his fire in the savanna's stormy night. He grips his spear, heart pounding, facing the hyenas in the savanna's rain-soaked dark. His hand tightens on the spear, ready to fend off the savanna's snarling pack. A hyena nears the crevice, its jaws a deadly threat in the savanna's stormy night. He rises with fire in hand, his shout a challenge to the savanna's circling beasts. He thrusts the burning stick, its fire a desperate shield against the savanna's snarling pack. Hyenas circle closer, but his fire holds them at bay in the savanna's rainy dark. He backs toward the fire, its light his only weapon in the savanna's predatory night. The hyenas tighten their ring, their hunger a deadly force in the savanna's stormy dark. A hyena charges through the rain, met by his fire and cry in the savanna's night. His spear strikes the earth, a near miss against the hyena in the savanna's wet chaos. His eyes burn with fire's glow, defiance flaring in the savanna's rain-soaked fight. He wields spear and fire, water flying as he fights the savanna's snarling pack. Hyenas prowl in the rain, their eyes fixed on his fire in the savanna's deadly night. He swings spear and fire, his voice a roar against the savanna's circling predators. Embers flare as he fights, the fire his only ally in the savanna's rain-soaked battle. His cry echoes as fire and spear strike, defying the savanna's predators in the storm.
The hyenas falter, his fire's wrath driving them back in the savanna's stormy night.
He kneels to save the fire, its glow his lifeline in the savanna's rain-drenched dark.
He clutches the fire close, its light his only guard in the savanna's stormy peril.
The hyenas vanish into the storm, his fire victorious in the savanna's dark battle.
He kneels by the fire, its warmth a fragile haven in the savanna's rain-soaked night. He rests against the stone, the storm's fury fading in the savanna's fire-lit refuge.
His shaking hands nurse the fire, its glow a lifeline in the savanna's stormy dark. Embers pulse in his gaze, each spark a victory over the savanna's rain-soaked night.
He rests with closed eyes, the fire's warmth holding back the savanna's stormy wrath. The savanna drowns in rain, his fire a lone spark of life in the storm's vast dark.